Alright guys, how's it going? Sorry from Task Force Gaming. Dev Report 17 is here. We just covered the last update, and the major update obviously broke all the mods because all the modders have to come off and update all the mods according with the update. It was a major one. We got landmines, a million fixes, and all that sort of stuff. So everyone's been asking on my DayZ videos, like, how do you play this? Where is this? It will all be back on. Don't worry about it. You just got to wait for the modders to catch up with it. Some are coming back online anyway. The ARMA Milsim Kunar province and things like that is all good to go at the minute. We're just waiting for the DayZ ones to come back. Probably there by the time of this video. We'll see. So this is the 70th Dev Report. A year has already passed. Okay, so we are 1 year into ARMA REFORGER, and this is released the early access. So on May 17th, over the past year, we've been working on implementing numerous changes, fixes, and updates. Our journey towards ARMA 4, that is what we want, boys and girls, has begun a year ago, and we are incredibly grateful for your unwavering support and patience. So ARMA REFORGER, to anyone who doesn't know, is the bridge from ARMA 3 to ARMA 4, and it's a chance for all the modders to build their just get their mods done, get everything. There's pages and pages of mods. There's tons of guns, armor, explosives, vehicles. You can already jump in a Black Hawk, go into Afghanistan, drop in with a fully modded M4 or an M110 sniper rifle. So we are getting there. When ARMA 4 drops and you get all the legit proper, you know, DayZ stuff and things like that, the mods is going to be so awesome. So to provide you an insight on our progress and what lies ahead, we have brought together the best individuals to answer your questions. So we're going to be joined with Marek Spanel, the CEO, Jan Dusek, the project lead, and Ivan Buchta, the creative director, in the video below. So feel free to watch this. This is the first anniversary. I'll put the link in the description, or we might even watch it in here. So let's go through the stuff. So discussing future plans, we'll provide a comprehensive summary of the updates made in recent months, topic to be covered, including advancements in mines, automatic reconnection features, crucial bug fixes, plan changes and server configuration, and much more. Intelligence, let's begin by reviewing the latest update, the big massive major update that just happened, 0.9.53. the update, I've done a full video on that as well if you want to watch it. This update introduces the rate of additions, including the introductions of mines, an improved item placement system, flag systems, performance optimizations. For more info, watch the video below. Link that as well if you want it. As a major update brought a multitude of fixes and changes that significantly enhance gameplay stability, scenario framework, modding, and more. In addition to the major update, we released a minor update, version 0.9.7.106. Furthermore, we introduced experimental updates. It's important. So there is an experimental server as well. So you get ARMA REFORGER experimental as well added. That's not ARMA REFORGER, and that basically just you get all the updates first. So now let's explore some significant developers regarding ARMA. Developments of ARMA REFORGER in details. Mines. We introduced mines into the game, and here's what you need to know them. Both main factions now have their own type of mine asset. The USSR features a TM62M, and the US deployments the MA15 anti-tank. Although lighter vehicles can also trigger them by driving over fuse. The operating pressure ranges from 150 kilograms to 500 kilograms. So you got anti-tank mines and stuff like that. And if you run over it as a person, unless you're a big fat boy, it won't go off. It's worth noting that individual soldiers cannot activate the mines, but be cautious because even fused mines can explode if hit by a bullet, so you can actually shoot these things as well. I've noticed recently in a lot of games there's a lot more blown up vehicles on there. You'll see jeeps and things like that just smouldering. You've got the disposable rocket launchers anyway, the laws and all this in game. You got grenade launchers. It's beginning to feel a lot like war now, because there's a lot of explosions, there's a lot of smoke on the hill, on the horizons at key objectives and things like that. It's feeling really good at the minute, and the servers have been fine, and the actual gun engagements have been fine as well. There's none of that desync or stuff like that. So we have plans to expand the explosive gameplay, nice, including implementing the use of metal detectors, improving AI awareness of mines. Currently mines can only be visually identified, but they can be marked with a flag. Yes, so I noticed this. You actually do get a flag in the spawn boxes and things like that, and you can stick it in the ground to say there's a mine here, or even better, you can probably just back up, tell everyone you're going to shoot it, and then shoot it. Look forward to finding more detailed information about mines in the upcoming field manual pages. Right, automatic reconnection. You may have noticed that you are automatically reconnected to the session if you lose connection and get kicked. While this feature simplifies the experience, we need to temporarily disable it until the next version due to occasional desync issues. In most cases, the feature works well if you're kicked due to network problems, so they needed to release automatic connection into the world and test it fully, and they've had some desync issues with that, so they've taken it out for now. They'll put it back in. Important fixes. The upcoming update will deploy several important fixes. We have addressed the frustrating bug where characters would exit vehicles through the roof when the FPS was low. Another annoying bug was the persistent ADS aiming down sight state when player died with scoped binoculars. So you look down binoculars, just dead. That's pretty funny actually. But we've made many more fixes. Check our changelog. Increased player limit for community servers. Nice. We've been waiting to do this since the beginning. We had 128 players and the servers were a mess. And they load it down to 64 or something around there. We've raised the player limits of servers, allowing community servers to accommodate up to 128 players. They're back, baby. The decision was made to provide you with greater freedom and flexibility when it comes to your servers. It's impossible that you've already noticed. Man, 128 players. Can you imagine that? On the Kunar provinces are 64 versus 64. Oh, let's go. That's going to be so sick. Please note that official servers will maintain their player limits of either 64 or 32 players. This is because in terms of performance, the conflict mode is not capable of supporting such a large number of players and AI. That was the problem before, and it just used to be like bleh. So yeah, on the hand, community servers can fully utilize the increased player limit to design and implement their own scenarios. For instance, you can create intense PvP focused environments, not putting AI and stuff like that in there, so that's pretty cool. I'm actually looking forward to that, man. We've been on 64 and it's been crazy, like honestly. Operations. Moving towards the future, our focus is extended beyond the development of new features. We have made the decision to refactor many of our systems to eliminate recurring bugs and improve their extensibility. Sorry about that. This involved cleaning up thousands of lines of code. Jesus, yeah, but rather than us, resulting in a more stable and efficient foundation. The upcoming milestones, one of the eagerly anticipated improvements is the overhauled respawn feature. We have worked on this feature extensively, addressing hidden bugs, enhancing the user experience during the deployment process. The overhaul spans from the low-level implementation of user interface and enabling a better handling of respawn protection and respawning in vehicles, among other aspects. Significant progress has been made in the back-end areas. This is all server stuff, so this is good. Will result in smoother experience for players when updating mods and connecting to servers, which is what we want. Regarding supplies, we have been dedicated to integrating them more effectively into the game to foster a goal-orientated gameplay, particularly in other game modes, with a specific focus on supporting logistics in conflict mode. So that's like ARMA's flagship game mode. I'm currently just playing it for all the mods that are coming. We all play conflict. We've all played it. It's been out a year now, and this is pretty much the only game mode they've done, and there is a co-op mode in there as well, which I haven't actually done yet. Effectively working on enhancing the economy gameplay as well. For instance, while the game's arsenals currently offer an infinite number of weapons and ammunition, suppliers will bear limitations on consumption. It's not solely about arsenal though. The handling of supplies is crucial. They can be transported not only by trucks, by other vehicles. So you can go to the main base, absolutely load up a truck, and then like Squad or any other game like that, and then just you can drive to an outpost and you can resupply it. And then people, so basically your main job in conflict and stuff like that is to progress forwards, move forwards at a time. So the trucks will go, unload at that base, and then people can just rearm explosives and all that there. So forming the backbone of the game's economy. To facilitate this, we have developed the resource feature which can be utilized by modders wherever a resource consumer model is needed for economic purposes. For more details, stay tuned for the next mod report. Let's look at server configs. We have made efforts to improve the naming of certain configuration parameters to make them shorter and more easily understood based on their names. In some cases, parameters have been renamed to align with those used in ARMA 3 or DayZ. Initially, there will be temporary backward compatibility to ensure a smooth transition. However, please note that backward compatibility will be removed in the next major update. Okay. When we release an update containing these changes, we kindly ask you to modify your configs accordingly. Specify that's for the you modders out there, so probably just maybe pause, have a read through that. If anyone's got any input on this section, lob it in the comments for me. Okay, so there you go. More mod stuff added there. And then moving. In addition, we're currently testing internal config validation. So, you know, more modern stuff there. Errors, enabling identification of issues, and things like that. They are on it though. Continuous stability information. We highly appreciate every crash report submitted via our crash reporter. So if you are having an issue, guys, go onto the crash reporter there and get on it. I'd like to provide some insight into one of the most common crashes known as GPU hangs. As the name suggests, the crash is directly related to the GPU and its drivers. It can be caused by various factors, making it challenging to fix this crash as a whole. Instead, we are focusing on addressing each individual cause. We are constantly working on resolving this issue. So there you go, more stability, back end, all that sort of stuff, GPU issues there. Moving into the logistics, once again we are able to witness the incredible work of the dedicated community in Comrade #4. The link for this, actually, I'm just going to put this one link in ARMA platform. You can go for all this, you can click on all these, watch the episodes and stuff like that. You might get a better understanding of what goes into all this mod and work by watching videos. On April Fool's Day, we decided to add some light-hearted fun by releasing a joke DLC trailer called ARMA Wildlife. This play trailer showcases adventurous and perilous lives of vehicles in the unforgiven ARMA environments. Don't tease us like that, man. Give us some actual DLC, Jesus. Right, and if you want to watch that, you can watch that now. That was on April 1st. And apart from that, that is it, guys. ARMA REFORGER update covered. Help yourself to the link. Have a look. Anything you want to talk to me about, put in the comments below. Otherwise, check out some ARMA REFORGER Milsim vids. In the Kunar province and the Daisy videos that we're doing. We're loving it. All the mods are coming. This is getting to where I am actually loving it right now. So stay tuned, drop a like. We'll keep up with the updates and dev reports, and I'll catch you next one. Peace.
I think the girls with their nails done now.